welcome back. I am so glad to see all of y'all. We are changing it up a little bit from all the palettes I've been looking at because again, I've gotten into the cycle of reviewing palettes. Today we are going to be doing my makeup while talking about makeup I am sick and tired of. This is just makeup that I have seen just too much of. I've heard too many noises and now I'm a bitch. Just too much. And I need to get it off my chest. I need to talk about just these items that are annoying me. And I wonder if you agree with me too. So if you do like these items, I am so happy for you. I am so glad they are making your favorite kind of makeup. But at this point in time, this is not my favorite makeup and I would like them to stop. I would like everyone just stop. So I have some primer on, moisturizer, sunscreen, brow products, and then we're gonna go in with this Milk Hydro Skin Tint. So we're just gonna put that on my thing and we are going to get started. I haven't used it in a while, so I wanted to see how I felt about it again. All right, so first thing I am so sick and tired of seeing is the lip oil sticks. So Tarte, as far as I know, Tarte was the one who kind of introduced these. I remember working at Sephora years ago and these like lip oil sticks came in and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like these lip gloss, lip oil stick things. Thought they were a cool concept. So I did try them and I realized the big issue with them for me is that they just don't last. I don't think they're meant to last. I think they were kind of big for like the clean girl makeup thing, which is obviously not my aesthetic. Very much a full coverage, bougie kind of girl. And things like that. Just didn't like them, not my jam, blah, blah, blah. But then everyone started making them. Like your indie, I don't know if indie brands, but I know like other high-end brands were starting to make them. YSL has basically one that is like this, like their candy gloss, whatever, sticks. Like drugstore started making them. Everyone and their mother started making these freaking lip gloss oil sticks, and they're not that great. They're not that great. They don't last long. They don't go back in the packaging. I have seen one or two that do go back in the packaging, but they do not go back in the packaging. Like that is annoying to put out too much product and then just wasting it or glooping it wherever you can. Because if you put it back in, it's just gonna be stuck to your cap and then everything's gonna be gross. So no, not about it. Do not like these lip oil sticks. The closest I came to liking one was Fenty Beauty came out with one that looks very pretty. Glazed Donut is the color, and it looks like that perfect pale nude when all the others were kind of more like bright colors. But I don't know if those will work for me because I believe that they're under that Gloss Bomb formula, and I, for some reason, have this weird reaction to the Gloss Bombs because they kind of like, I don't know, I kind of have an allergic reaction to them. Yeah, that's fun. Cause like my lips and my throat starts to get tingly. And no, it is not the heat one. I didn't use the heat one and the ice one hadn't come out yet. So yes, it is a reaction to the Gloss Bomb formula, so I can't use them, and I'm not gonna take a chance on the one that I thought looked nice. And plus, even if I did buy it and risked the idea of my throat closing up, because apparently that's what my friend thinks is gonna happen, I'm gonna just get exposed to it too much and then my throat's gonna close up. So fun thought for the day. I don't know. I'm just not gonna like it because it's not gonna stay on like I want it to. So no, we are done. I am done with these lip gloss, lip oil stick things. I didn't think they were cute. I didn't think they were great when they came out. And I don't think they're great now. I think we can tone down on them. Like, we don't need so many. I think we got enough. That's enough slices, for at least for me. I am going to try out a new palette today. I am so excited. It is the Tones of Turd palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics, because I couldn't help it. But, because that, it's such a stupid gimmicky idea, and I love it with every bit of my being. See, this is what I want more of, is like stupid stuff like this, because I will spend adult money on weird crap like this. So much. Plus, like, look at the packaging. Like, it's that kind of like leathery feel. And the colors are pretty. Like, it's not just like, it's not just a poop joke, but besides the point. We're not really gonna do a review on it. We're just gonna use it, because I just want to use it. I think everyone's kind of done enough reviews on it that I don't really need to like input my opinion on poop jokes. So we're gonna, gosh, this palette is so poop joked. It's actually perfect. Like, the colors are just perfect for the joke. Call me immature if you want. All right, the next, ooh, yep. The pigment is there. The next one is pH makeup. Oh, I hate the pH changing makeup. So when I first started getting into makeup, it was a cool concept. Lipstick Queen was kind of the only person who was doing it at the time. So I thought it was a cool concept, and I was like, oh, it's your perfect, like, color pink. Like, oh my gosh, so interesting. It's magic. Turns out it's not. It is definitely not magic in any sense of the, any definition of that word. It is just chemicals reacting to your skin. There is no, like, perfect pink that comes out of it. And I feel like we have been, like, way overdoing it so recently. Like, there's just been so many, like, pH adjusting products that have come out lately that I think it's making a resurgence, and I hate it. I don't think it's cute. It's gimmicky. Some companies have been trying to move out of the pink and actually do, like, other colors, but I feel like it still just looks pink. I still feel like it doesn't, like, that there's not, like, a huge difference in the colors, in my opinion. Like, the colors still look pink. It's nothing, in my opinion, it's nothing special, and I'm just about it. So, and the reason this has kind of come up in my head is because ColourPop just did a Lilo and Stitch collection, and they have a blue blush that turns pink with the pH thing, and I feel like they've done that a couple times recently, and I'm not about it. They did it with the Stranger Things collection, which I guess is kind of cool, but it's also kind of just whatever. I'm not really impressed by it. I don't think anyone else should be super impressed by it. I don't think it's worth anyone's time or money to be purchasing a product that is just going to turn the same shade of pink. Like, I mean, if you're gonna get it, just get one. Get one that you, like, really like. From a brand you really like, go get one, and then don't buy them again. Don't buy another one. Like, I'm telling you now, do not buy another one, because they all do the same thing. Say it with me now. They all do the same thing. Thank you. So, in my opinion, they are just not worth your time, not worth your money, especially not to own, like, a ton of them. If you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna own one. Do not own a bunch of them. Well, actually, I would recommend getting one from a, like, drugstore brand, so you're not spending a ton of money on color changing makeup. Color changing. It just turns pink. That's it. It turns pink. Not like your perfect shade of pink, just pink. And I hate that concept, and I hate the gimmick, and I hate the marketing behind it. I think it's dumb. Take that as you will. But I am saying don't waste your money on it. Another gimmick I really, really, really hate is the, it bothers me to no end, the term clean. Clean makeup. What does that even mean? There is no actual like definition of clean makeup. It is an umbrella term that no one has actually given a real definition. Now, some companies like Sephora have given guidelines, but there is no actual true definition of what clean really means. I feel like it is a fear-mongering tactic to get you to buy certain products. And one of the big fear-mongering things I see about it is that, oh, these chemicals are so bad for you, da 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 da. Everything's made of chemicals at the end of the day. Everything. Almost everything is made up of chemicals or a chemical compound, something of the nature. Also, the term clean has been used for anti-preservative propaganda. And I get it. Certain preservatives shouldn't go in certain products. I get that. But that is why we have a list of approved preservatives to go into certain kinds of products. So you don't want like preservatives that would produce formaldehyde like in certain products, but that is why we use those for other purposes. That shimmer is so pretty. I did not expect it to be that pretty. That is like so pretty. But that's why we have certain preservatives for certain products. And preservatives are not all bad. They actually keep things like our makeup from expiring really fucking quickly. And things that don't have quote unquote preservatives, that just means they expire faster. I want to be able to use my product to the fullest extent. I do not want things like mold growing in my products. I want my stuff to last. I want my stuff to work to its best ability. And I don't want to have to throw something out after 3 months because the preservatives do not keep it together. Where is my eye curl? There we go. So I am all for preservatives. So if that bothers you, terribly, terribly sorry. Not, but I am sorry that we do not agree, and that is your choice. But I think it is used to protect us from bad things happening to our products. And I am going to stick with that. You are allowed to believe whatever you want to believe, but I do not... When they come up with a real definition for what clean means, then we can have another discussion on this. But as of right now, until there is a definition on what is actually considered clean beauty, then I really don't... Like, I think this needs to just be regulated more and everyone needs to just, you know, catch up with the times. But, and by everyone, I mean the FDA just needs to catch up because we are like 10 years behind on cosmetic products when other countries have already approved stuff that we have not approved yet because we are so damn slow. Until we get a definition for clean beauty and until we can determine what is actually clean beauty, I will despise the term. And even then, if the definition is kind of dumb, I might still die on this hill. But marketing your stuff as clean beauty and is like healthy for you when there's no actual terms and there's no actual science for it being healthy for you is That's just my hot take. Oh, I love where this is going. Love where this is going. All right. Next. Ooh, okay. So I just looked at my notes, and this one might be a little, well, can't be even more controversial than the beauty, like clean beauty. I am tired of palettes being promoted as colorful when they are just a bunch of neutrals with a pop of blue. Or they're neutrals with a pop of red. Or they're neutrals with a pop of green. Ooh. Or neutrals with a pop of peach. Like, and even then I would consider that a neutral, but not the point. That is not what I consider a colorful palette. That would not be my definition for a colorful palette. A colorful palette may have a neutral color or two, but for the most part, a colorful palette is going to be colorful. It is going to have a ton of colors in it. It is going to be bright. It is going to be bold. It's not going to be a bunch of neutrals with a little bit of color. Now, there is a time and place for those palettes. Like, those palettes are great, especially for people who want to dip into color but are scared to dip into color. And I love that. I love that there are those palettes that are almost training wheels for people to discover color, but don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. That is not a colorful palette. That is a neutral with a pop of color. Do not say this is the most colorful palette, or don't call it a quote-unquote purple palette, blue palette, green palette, whatever, when it's mostly neutrals with a pop of that color. Like, it's not a purple palette at that point. It is not a blue palette at that point. It is not a colorful palette. Just call it a neutral palette with a pop of color. Like, it's okay. There is a market for it. You just don't lie to the rest of us who are looking for colorful palettes, who are looking for that pop of color. Not pop of color, but for those colorful palettes. Do not tell us it is a colorful palette when it's not. Because some of us do want color. We do want the whole palette to just be a rainbow. Like, we want that array of colors and pigments to play on our own. And those I would consider colorful palettes. If it's not a colorful palette, don't tell me it's a colorful palette. Ooh, I might have just gotten contour in my hair. That's great. Stop trying to market it as a colorful palette. And I know a lot of bougie brands do this. A lot of prestige brands do this, where they're like, this is our most colorful palette yet, and it's our most colorful palette yet. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's one blue shade. That is not a colorful palette. That is a pop of blue, and that's great. That is great for the people who want it, but don't lie to me. Don't market it as something that is going to be taste the rainbow in my face. It's not. But thanks for trying. Now this one I am seeing slowly change, so I'm gonna try not to harp on it too long. But boring lip stains was something I was tired of when I wrote this, but we have been getting more and more lip stains, interesting ones, that I'm not so much of this opinion anymore, but I did want to mention it because there were so many boring lip stains. I feel like they only came in a couple colors, and it was only a bright hot pink, a red color, a berry color, something like that. But nothing interesting, nothing that was catching my eye. And then they came out, then companies like NYX have been coming out with different colors. Kulfi has been coming out with some interesting colors. Just other brands have started coming out with these new interesting colors for lip stains. So you don't have to just choose between cherry red, hot pink, and ooh, what was that other color? Berry. Like, you can get a lighter lip stain. And I'm probably talking about this just more in the Americas than anything, because I am sure that, like, other places had come up with different ones, and we were just maybe not late to the game, maybe we just weren't in the market for it as much, and then all of a sudden it became popular, and now we are expanding the colors, which is a good thing. I do appreciate that we are expanding the colors. Oh, nope. Oh, it's not the right color. We're gonna have to pause for a second. I always try to match my lip with my blush. I have a feeling I don't have quite the match for that, but we're gonna try the best we can, because that is what I do. Try my darndest. All right. Ooh, speaking of Kulfi, I am liking their lipsticks right now. I have this one in Bangle box. There we go. Such a pretty color. But yeah, boring lip stains. I think we're just getting better ones nowadays, and I am grateful for it. Very grateful for it. As I have started to get into lip stains, and I did not realize how hard in some brands it was to find an interesting, like, the color that I want. Because it's either got to be bold and brash, or it's like this dingy kind of ugly color. And I was not in the market for either of those. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, interesting lip stains. I am glad we're getting some interesting lip stains, interesting colors, and that's all I wanted. So that one was written a little while back. So, all right. Ooh, oh, I love this powder so much. Love this powder. This is just Essence's matte powder, and I've been using and adoring it, and it has been keeping everything on lock this summer. Just, ooh, need it. This is gonna be the big test for it though, because I don't think I've ever used it with this Milk makeup tint, but I've used it with some like tried and true products, and it's really just made my day. And of course we're gonna do some makeup by Mario. Eyes. Like that is... Under the eyes, this is beautiful. This does not keep my makeup in check the whole day. If I use it all over my face, that's just is what it is. But as a powder under the eyes, kind of like the Kosas. Well, actually the Kosas is not as pretty in my opinion, but the makeup by Mario is very, very pretty. Okay, last one. Last big one. After I use Tear to set my face. I've actually been liking this. Not a bad setting spray. I'm not upset with it. Don't know if I'm in love with it, but I'm not upset with it. Anything under 30 SPF. Get that 15 SPF away from me. Maybe someone only needs 15 SPF. I don't even know if that is like high enough to get things to work. Not sure, in my humble opinion, but get that shit away from me. 45, 40 plus, 45, 40 plus. Anything over 40, bring that over. Let's go. I would prefer it to be 50. Anything over 60, I'm like, okay, you're lying. But 50 SPF is my preferred, but I can do 40, 45. Anything under 30, get that shit out. That is not helping. That is not doing anything for you. It's not. Like, it's lying to you. It's that ex-boyfriend that is like, I swear I've changed. No. No. It is lying to you. That 30 SPF, that under 30 SPF is not gonna help in any sense. Like, what is the I guess my real gripe is, why are we putting like 15 SPF in like a makeup product and going, oh, this'll save you? Excuse me? I think not. No, I don't believe it. Don't. Even if you are someone who is more melanated, sunscreen is still important. SPF is still important. And though it may not affect you as much, it still does affect you. And that under 30 SPF is gonna do nothing for you. For anyone, it's not gonna do anything. You need something higher. I think the chart I looked at is 40 SPF is 90%, 45 is like a 95% protection, and then 50 is closest to 100. Protect your skin, y'all. The sun's real. And as good as getting vitamin D and being outside is, melanoma is not fun, from what I've heard. Skin cancer is not fun, from what I heard. I have never had it. I don't want it. That's why I'm very careful. But I'd be careful, y'all. Don't fall for that under 30 SPF. Get that out. Go get yourself something 40 plus. Reapply it every 2 hours. I get it. No, some SPF is better than no SPF, but start out with the strong stuff first. If you gotta go a little weaker past that, fine. I get it. Sometimes I don't have something to go over my makeup, and so I use a setting spray from e.l.f. that reapplies some sunscreen. I get it's not the whole bit, but it's enough to at least get me back inside. I don't like to go out in the sun much. I hate summer. Sorry. But that's all I got for y'all today. These are just some of my makeup gripes that I am so sick and fucking tired of. Oh, and I did use this today. This is the Nars highlighter in Eros. Very pretty, but I hate this packaging with all my might. Like, look at that. That's not closed all the way. That is not closed all the way. I had the hardest time closing this thing. Like, okay, I clearly am angry now. I didn't mean to go so intense, but I have so many opinions and so many strong opinions, and I've been having a rough few days, so being angry about makeup is probably the best way to get out some of that frustration. But I hope you like it. Tell me some of your makeup gripes and what you are sick and tired of getting, because I apparently am sick and tired of a lot at this point, but not of this look. This look is very pretty. It's very cute. Tones of Turd. If you don't like the names, it is also known as the Grounded palette. If you like these colors, like look at that, then get the Grounded one if you don't want the poop jokes. I, on the other hand, have the humor of a 12-year-old boy, and Tones of Turd cracks me up. But if you don't like that, they have the Grounded one. Same colors, different names. Yeah!